Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I truly appreciate you being here. It's been a while since I put out a new video and I do apologize for that, but sometimes life gets in the way. But I should be back to posting videos on a regular schedule. I recently picked up a channel sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. If you are interested in precious metals, then please check with Jonathan and his team. They are experts at physical gold, silver, platinum, and palladium, as well as converting a portion of your 401k or IRA into a gold IRA to help you protect your retirement savings against inflation. There's a link in the description box below where you can request your free precious metals guide, and I will also include the link at the end of this video. I recently received a small survival tin knife from Campcraft Outdoors. And while I am not a fan of the Altoids tin survival kits, it did make me think about how I could build a small survival kit that is not only practical, but contains all of the 10 C's of survival. I based this kit on the water bottle carrier from Campcraft Outdoors and a molly pouch that I had that was not being used for anything. I treated the molly pouch with some of the Camp Dry silicone spray to make it water resistant, and I attached it to the belt loop of the water bottle carrier using the molly straps. Please understand that I always have my Swiss Army hiker in my pocket, and I usually have a fixed blade knife and the Swiss Army Ranger Grip 79 on my belt. While this will not be my main kit, it is something that can be an option to throw in the side-by-side or keep in the truck. I'll get this camera repositioned, show you all the contents, and discuss why I chose those items. Okay everybody, like I said, I used a Campcraft Outdoors wax canvas water bottle carrier and a small molly pouch that I had laying around. I attached the molly pouch using the belt strap that's sewed onto the canvas pouch, and need to find somebody that can sew or get Jason to make me one that has a second strap on there so I can attach that more solidly so it's not as loose, but it's functional the way it is. Now in the water bottle pouch itself, of course, I have the Mora companion that I did put the 90-degree spine on so that it can strike a ferrule rod. And on the back of the sheath I've got a sail needle secured with Gorilla Tape. I have a 1-quart stainless steel water bottle, the fish mouth spreader so that you can suspend the water bottle or pull it out of the fire if necessary, along with the stainless steel cup and the stove. And down in the main bottom I have the lid for the cup. Now you can substitute whatever knife you want. Like I said, this was just a Mora companion that I had that wasn't being used, so I figured I'd just throw it in this little kit. Now for the molly pouch. I've added 2 mini binder clips onto the zipper pulls, and then I locked the zipper pulls together with that clip so that they can't come undone and any of the contents spill out. Now we'll open up this kit and start talking about what I got inside here. It has a few pieces of char cloth and a small Ziploc bag, a Bic lighter, a small ferrule rod, some wax fire starters, there's a Fresnel lens down the bottom, a piece of fat wood, and a striker for the small ferrule rod. And I keep all my little tins closed with Ranger bands. That helps keep them from coming open unexpectedly, and also serves as an additional tinder source. So that's 1C, combustion. We've already discussed container. I have another little small tin here, which is really not part of the 10 C's as Dave Canterbury calls them, but it does fall under circumvention, which is a workaround under Jason Hunt's categories of the 12 C. And what I have here is a small fishing kit and 3 pre-built snares. It has hooks, bait, a couple of floaters, some bank line, a small spool of fishing line, sinkers and swivels, everything that you would need to make you a couple of bush hooks, or you could cut you a stick and make you a cane pole. Would be great for catching brim or small fish. And you can also use the snares for small game. I've already showed you the mower companion, so that's cutting tool, and this is an additional cutting tool. What I did was I took a small wood cutting blade for a sawzall. I tied a paracord lanyard on the back of it to extend the handle grip, and then added some tape to the back so that you can hold that comfortably in your hand without grabbing a hold of the teeth of the saw blade. The other thing that you could use that saw blade for would be as a fish scaler. And I made a little leather sheath for it, just so it's not rubbing against anything inside my pack. The other cutting tool that I have in here, I mentioned I got the little survival tin knife from Campcraft Outdoors. They sent this to me. And I added another little paracord lanyard on it just to give me additional grip. It's a very small knife. It does have 90-degree spine on the back of it. But it would work in a pinch for sure if you needed a cutting tool. And I made a little leather sheath for it, just so it's not cutting anything inside my pouch. And I have another needle taped on the back of it as well. Showed you the fire kit already, but I also have a 1/2-inch ferrule rod with a striker attached to it that's on a paracord lanyard, so that you can hold that ferrule rod and get the full amount of the ferrule rod when you strike it. And I also have another big ladder in here with waterproof cover. The next item I have here is the SOL emergency blanket. And inside the package I've added 4 bank line prusik loops. And I modify my SOL blankets by adding duct tape to the corners and then putting grommets in the corners. It's like that on all 4 corners. It makes it much easier to construct a temporary shelter with. And these SOL blankets are a lot more durable than the little ones you usually get for $1 or $2, or I think they might be $3 now at Walmart. But this is a much better quality, and if you want to get one of these, I would encourage you to get the SOL blanket and pay a couple extra dollars and get a good quality one. So that would be our cover element. I have the small Silva mini compass, and these are fully functional compasses. They do have a movable bezel ring, they have the sight line, and it does have a small mirror on it. So you can use that as a signal mirror, or you could also use it for first aid to look, see if you got something in your eye or a scratch or cut on your face that you couldn't see without a mirror. For a candle device, I have a small LED flashlight that it has 3 modes: low, medium, and high. It is rechargeable. However, it will also take CR123 batteries, and I really like those type of flashlights where you can have a spare battery, and I do have a spare battery down in this pack. And I also have the band to turn it into a headlamp. So that's our candling device. For cargo tape, I've got probably about 15 feet of the Gorilla brand 1-inch wide duct tape wrapped around an old plastic card that I cut down to size so it wouldn't take up as much room. So that's cargo tape, and we've already discussed we've got the needles. I have 30 feet of number 36 bank line that I've made into a ridge line. It has 2 pre-tied prusik loops with 2 carabiners to connect to each end of the emergency blanket for making a shelter. I also have another 30 feet of number 21 bank line. So that covers our cordage. I have an orange bandana large orange bandana, that I've added duct tape and grommets in the corners. Now what that allows me to do is I can use that for an emergency signal flag. I can tie it up as a waypoint, and I still have my cotton material to use, and that can be used as a pre-filter for water, for multitudes of uses for a cotton bandana. So right now I believe we've covered all of the 10 C's. We've got our cutting tool container, our additional cutting tools, our cordage, our cotton material, our cargo tape, combustion devices, compass, our handling device, and our cover element. Now, I've got additional items in here which would fall under the categories of serrate, as Jason calls it, circumvention items. I have 2 Cliff Bars for some calories. I have 5 of the little compressed towels. They don't take up any space hardly at all, but when you add a few drops of water to them, they expand to a full-size wet wipe. I have a small first aid kit, basically really just a boo-boo kit, but it has some medications in it. Got Benadryl for allergic reactions, aspirins, antacids, band-aids. Got some Imodium, triple antibiotic, burn gel, some hand cleaning towelettes, and there's some gauze pads down in there, as well as some Motrin. That would fall under serrate, which is basically medical intervention. I have 4 metal tent stakes. 2 of them's just got the regular loops on them. 2 of them have additional cordage tied to them, so if you want to make an awning type shelter. Some water purification tablets, because I really didn't have room to put a filter in here. And like I said, a spare battery for my headlamp. And that's everything. But like I said, that covers the 10 C's as Dave Canterbury talks about, or the 12 C's as Jason Hunt talks about. Okay everyone, that is my small survival kit that does not take up a lot of space. It's lightweight. It actually weighs less than 8 pounds, but does give me the capability to survive a night out if necessary. Let me know in the comments below, what would you add, change, or take away? I really appreciate you watching, and if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with others. Please visit Genesis Gold Group by following the link in the description box below, as well as the link to Campcraft Outdoors if you would be interested in any of their wax canvas gear. If you do not know Jesus as your personal Savior, I would encourage you to make that your #1 survival priority. And remember, prepare today for what may happen tomorrow. And I will see you on the next video.